On the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, Luffy spared the life of the swamp villagers and decided to run away. And our heroes keep traveling south, only to find out there's more organized crime than we have anticipated. We stop for a few seconds to reassess the situation. Hobbs asks Vagabond, "What are we gonna do, Captain?" "Hobbs, we're not gonna let the rain slip. We're gonna buy all that product and make a few people unhappy on the way there. But let the swamps know we're the main pushers for Hashish now." Now we're heading to Shark. That is the capital of organized crime. Enough with that third person commentary. Let's go back to first person. I ended up making another tutorial video on Forgotten construction set on how to make your custom race. I'm pretty excited, guys. Can't wait to show you guys. See if you guys like that. It was so confusing this time making it. I had to learn for a while. I probably recorded at least 2 hours of Forgotten construction set. And after you make the character and the race and you modify the race, it completely breaks any characters you made that race. You have to completely remake the characters. Do you see all those spiders right there? How many do you think there are? I'm gonna make Paku avoid this fight as much as possible. You might think it's not necessary, but dude, Bloodspiders, do not fight them with no armor. Silly me, I'm in hold and passive. Rain literally killed everybody, check that out. But if you could see what we're doing, we're gonna hit the Bermuda Triangle, those 3 swamp villages above a shark. We buy Hashish from all 3. We go to Shark, we go to the bottom village, and after that we go to a tech city where Hashish is not illegal. Therefore we can sell it at any store, not just bars or shinobi towers. All these other gangsters that be selling Hashish, we're gonna destroy them all. Let them know that we're the only organized crime here now. That's how dangerous the swamps are. We took the teeth off of all those other spiders, and look, a bunch of new spiders. So if you don't teeth them, they will come back and they will kill you. So make sure you take their teeth off. That's a vital warning. Always finish off blood spiders. They are dangerous. And yeah, that's why I didn't want Paku fighting them. Look, he's already critical. One more hit and he could die. So right now we're gonna address one of our other enemies, the United Cities. We're probably gonna take down the slavers and ruin their reign. But if we have to get more characters, the one I was talking about last time that I wanted to recruit was Infinity Wingman. And the robot I wanted to hire was Agni. He's a soldier bot that has unique dialogue with me, wanting to get one last animal, and we're saving that slot for Prometheus. He is a goat, and a good goat at that. Apart from that, there's other couple people we want to get. There's Bo, and if you fight the United Cities, she has a stealth of 70 and she'll join you if you destroy the cities. There's this other robot named Segneo and Burn, and they're both in the random locations. Not random, I know where to find them. Another person you want to get is Seto. Seto is the daughter of Vesta, and she is in the shack. She she's really strong. I want her to be at force check to join us. Seto, you have to bring in a really powerful warrior like the Bugmaster or the Phoenix in order for you to be able to even recruit Seto. But I think before we attack the United Cities, we're gonna go to this place called Tengu's Vault in the north, and it's where the richest person in the world lives, and they're the owner of the United Cities. It's a private area, and they have 2 slaves there we want to get. One is Luquin, the second best thief in the game, and there's this other hiver there named Esper, and he's a unique southern hive recruit that I also want to get. I mean, other than that, that's at least, let me do the count for what I said. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 recruits that we have to get, and we can only get 11 more. So that leaves us with like 3 recruits. I want to get maybe Ray, and it's gonna leave us with a little bit of recruits. Like we're getting shy to 30, and once we get to 30, I don't want to add any more characters. I just want to be those. But we're gonna be a crew with the best characters, and we want to stand out. We want to train everyone. I think by the end of it, we'll have 3 crews of 6. With a character, with a mascot each, so that's 7 each, and then that'll leave us with the remainder 3, so 9 units. We'll probably have 4 units in home team, and we'll just have in the spare 3 units. We'll probably do teams of 7 then, with an animal of 8. So we'll have 3 partying squads and 1 home squad. You see that guy right there, his name's Hamut, and he's a really good recruit. I would recommend him. And if you're gonna get Hamut while you're here, there's another chick in the other bar, I believe, and her name is Miyu, and they have interesting dialogue together. There's also this one other guy in here. He's really tall, and his name is Stubbs Mimosa, and he's a funny little guy. I think he has multiple personalities, or Crumble John, but all I know is that he's actually not a Greenlander. Stubbs Mimosa is like an Ashlander, and he just has white skin, so he's like Michael Jackson. Yep. I'm gonna name him Michael Jackson. Oh, that right there, that's Sand. That's the infamous Sand from Raikon Roleplays Kenshi. So that's his real life character. What's he doing here? Oh wow, he must be in disguise or something. If those who don't know, Sand is it's called Sands a Park, and they're from Raikon's Roleplays Kenshi, his first season, and those are his first 2 characters he started off with. And I mean, it's a really good series. You can tell this guy does like Dungeons and Dragons, because he's trying to roleplay inside his Kenshi Let's Play. That's where I got the idea for this episode, but I cannot roleplay and talk. Like, I get stuck in that point of view, and I'm just like, how the hell do I talk to you guys? And I'm just like, I don't want to be stuck there anymore. I just want to game and have a fun conversation with the audience. Like, I'm not that serious that I'm going to roleplay everything, We're gonna send Hobbs to check out the next bar. We could break in and steal stuff, but they don't got anything we want, so we're not gonna do it. This barman doesn't sell anything. He just gambles and takes your money. Don't fall for his tricks. Stone Rats, that's one of the gangs in the swamps, and we're gonna show them we're superior. All these gangs here, they're gonna listen to us from now on. We're gonna be the main hashish exporters, gonna be our business, and anyone else that buys it, we'll beat them up and take it. Oh yeah, look, there's Miyu. She's like, she was raped or something, and she has a tragic backstory. I don't like weak units, so I'm just gonna leave her there. And we're just gonna wait till morning for the shops to open, and so we could buy all that hashish, man. Yeah, lots of it. We're gonna make a lot of money. So each wooden backpack could hold, it's five rows, I believe, times 2 and times 9. So each wooden backpack holds, I just checked it, it's 4 times 2 times 9. So each backpack could hold 72 kilos of hashish. If you try and smuggle 2 boxes and a character, you could smuggle 144 kilos of hashish. Each hashish could be sold for 700. So 700 times 140, and you got 100,800 cats. And the only problem would be is how much money the merchant has. So if the merchant has 25,000, it would take you 3 full days, or not 3, 2 days for it to recycle. So it'll take you 8 days for you to sell all that product, and just sending someone in afterwards to stay in this position. Shinobi Towers will buy for half off at 1,200, but if you can sell at United Cities, you can sell for 1,200. The one cities are United, they're Tech Hunter cities, they buy for 700. You could try and sell at the United Nation cities, but it's gonna be really hard to get in there and really hard to sell. You can sell at bars, but definitely not shops. And yeah, that's all the advice I got that I could give you guys right now. If you guys want to try smuggling, do it at your own regard. After a couple of smuggle runs, we'll probably change to building the next team. I'm thinking the next team is we're gonna have all the skeletons in it, so we can only have one team that has skeleton repair kits. And you know, it's kind of annoying if you have a skeleton in each team, but if you have all the skeletons in one team, you can heal them all with one science engineer, and he can heal everyone. And I think in that metal team, we're gonna have our Pugilus as the leader, and we're gonna make everyone else have big combat cleavers. You see Green? He actually starts with a shooting stat of 70 or 60. He's absolutely one of the best characters in the game. And Green and Sergo are gonna be my rangers, and I'm gonna have the other 2 guys just be heavy, and then rangers heavy, and the Pugilus. And we're gonna make that the second team. We gotta choose a name for it still. I already chose it, but I'm gonna let it be a surprise for you guys. And you can see Dr. Chung's science, it's at 60, but look at this guy right here. We're trying to get his science to 100. Right now it's at 80, and we just have him working at a tech bench all by himself, and we hope it goes well, honestly. If I import the game, the spiders will kill him, so that's why we don't import the game. Also, we want the resources to be limited. If we keep importing the game, we could just keep reading research books and stuff like that, and that would make the game too easy for us, and we don't want that. Look how much hashish they sell here. Shark is the capital for this stuff. And our other quest to get metal weapons, we'll get the G once we go and defeat Emperor Tengu in Tengu's Vault. And another sword we can get is the longsword when we defeat Longan. And he's one of the He's the leader of the Traders Guild. So we gotta defeat both of them so we could free one of the cities that is under their control. It would be handed over to the anti-slavers if we defeat both of them at Trader's Edge. And yeah, we're gonna kick Emperor Tengu's ass. And he's not a nice guy, so we can't let him live. When I was putting everyone in the middle, it honestly looked like we're just getting ready to rob a place. Because usually when I'm gonna rob a place, I leave everybody in one place and just send the thief by himself. So we're all ready to run and stuff. But, I mean, that doesn't seem like a good place to hide, honestly. It's a good place to group up if you're not planning on getting caught. I've also thought of using the samurai helmets instead of the police helmets, because we do have fog masks, but I don't always feel like switching into it. And we could just have the police helmets on all the time, and it would protect us from dust storms 70%. So one reason why we don't make our own weapons and we just make our own armor is because homemade weapons in this game are not good. They're always going to be weaker than weapons you could find in the world. Another thing you should know is with the melee weapons, with the heavy weapons, they weigh way more, and you need to have like max strength so you can even use certain weapons. Like the falling sun will only be effective if you have 80 strength. So that's something to keep in mind. Sometimes it's not better to have Mado fragmented axe because you won't even be able to use it unless you have 146 strength. And so you need to have 100 strength, and you need to have 2 limbs, the robotic limbs that give you 25%. And then you'll be able to wield it perfectly. You hear me? That weapon is damn near impossible to even wield perfectly. And we do have a fragmented axe on Ruka by the Skeleton Smiths, and I don't know how much it weighs, but I mean any weapon is usable. Like if you get hit with it and you get staggered, your strength will go down and you won't be able to wield it effectively. I was reading on the forums, and that's what they were talking about. It's upgrade time. Look at those ninja rags. They're special grade. We have assassination rags that we've been using for stealthing, but those are the proprietary. The only thing we're missing is like a black leather shirt, and that would give us even more stealth. We just made Hops really happy right now. He's so happy. I wonder if there's pants that give stealth bonuses. I'm not too sure. I don't even know why I research whole sabers if I'm not going to be planning on making any weapons, to be real. Shark has 2 shops that sell hashish. That's good. And then the first town, Mud Town has 2. And then I'm not too sure. Don't quote me. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. All I know is the town before this has one shop. The town before that has two shops. The town to the right, going more up to the east, I think that one has one shop too. And then you gotta go all these vendors every 2 days to keep buying hashish, and you'll have money. You won't ever need money. You don't even need to do this illegally. There's a place you can legally sell it. You'll make a lot of money. One last check before we get out of here. That's the infamous Sand, by the way. And that's Stubbs. That guy, he's somebody I would recommend. The only reason I didn't get him is because I have too many hivers. And they didn't leave me enough room for any more unique characters. Because I pretty much maxed out on that. Clownsteady and Drifter's Last, I believe, are United Cities. And Kangtoon, right there you see, that's the city where the Kangtoon Scrapmasters live, and that's where the weapons are manufactured. That is blue tier weapons if you want to know where to buy them. If you want to buy green tier weapons, you go to Black Desert to the Skeleton Smith. That's crazy. Hobbs is encumbered 50%. And that bounty, the 500 bounty, I got from kidnapping. You remember that guy I tried to help in the last episode? So much hate. I try to help someone and they give me a bounty, man. What did I do to deserve any of that? All I did was try and help people. Just send Kang alone, you know, just not waste any time. For those of you guys who don't know, Kang is pretty much the best Shek recruit. He starts with 20 stats pretty much, and he's really good. That's why we made him a medic, even though he doesn't have a good medic experience rate, because he had higher than everyone else. We got Dr. Chan as the field medic. If you ever play a game, I recommend you use him off the get-go, because he has like 40 field medic, and he'll heal everyone like a 240 with a splink hit. I didn't know that, and I didn't use it towards my advantage. But if I would have known, Dr. Chung would have been our primary doctor rather than Griffith and Kane, because they're more warriors than they are doctors, but they had high stats when I got them. And honestly, my team's not even the best. It's just I did a lot of grinding and it got stronger, and it was just strength. If you get your strength up, it increases your base damage even if your other stats are down, and they all scale together. So if you have high strength, just get one attack in and you'll be doing more damage than other people will. So strength training is indeed like the best training. That visor helmet at the bottom you see, the one with the teeth, that's another really good helmet. And honestly, we should have bought that Gohan because it's really good value. I don't know why we left it. I was cringing when I saw myself leave it. Alright, time to stop wasting time, King. Let's go. So I go down from Rot to Mudtown to Shark, and then from Shark I hit the Swamp Village, then I go up towards the village, and I'm gonna go sell at Flats Lagoon. That's the plan. Flats Lagoon is a tech hunter city, and they're totally cool with weed because, you know, they're from the future, and their mindset is way above most of the other races here. These guys value technology over anything else, and they search the world looking for ancient technology left behind. And you know, those are my favorite factions, the tech hunters. They're usually like always walking around, and they'll save you too. They're pretty strong. You know, even though we're strong, there's still some really strong people out there. One time we were walking in the desert, and we saw this robot, the skeleton with the trench coat, and he had 80 strength, and we fought him, and he chopped off our limbs. Yeah, that really happens, and that's a couple dozen hours into the future, and maybe that's part of the data that got corrupted. I don't know, but if I could find it, I'd be pretty excited to show you guys. Hacksaws are useful. That's what you use to break off people's shackles, and you use the other kids to break out people out of cages. So they're good to have on people with low lockpicking. They'll break them out just like that. I carry a bunch of them on Monty or on King. King just has the hammer or whatever to get out of the cage. But right now we just bought that skills off just because it would be useful to have in the future if we don't have anyone to rely on with the skill, which we usually do, but just in case, it's good to have. I think I'm gonna stop using shadow play to record like I want to, because I think it's probably the best quality, but it has these desync issues, and the audio gets desync. So especially on longer videos, like I did like 4 or 5 hours of recording, and the longer the recording, the more it gets desync. Like every time you go into a new zone or it lags, like the video editor takes all the frames and like compresses it together. And so if there's like a couple frames missing, it'll like, you know, I'll keep grabbing from future frames. And then so I gotta grab the audio file and keep cutting it and moving it forward to make it match the click sounds, because that's driving me nuts watching the video and seeing me clicking and then hearing the timing off. Don't worry, you guys, I won't make you guys go through that. I'll take care of you guys. I'll do all the editing. This wasn't that difficult. I can imagine it be getting tedious, but I'm only doing like 3 episodes a week, so I got no complaints. I'm pretty excited though. I made that video tutorial how to make your own race in Kenshi, and I made a red check, and if you guys want to check that out later, it's going to be hidden after this video. I'm going to edit it right now. Actually, I got all the footage, I just got to make it, and I'm doing this video late at night because there's too many kids here, and they don't shut up, and I need to record, or I can't hear them or capture any of the sound like last time. I apologize for that, but it's so weird talking at night. It's like I'm whispering. But I used to do this a lot when I used to game with buddies. This time of the night was the best time to game, because you just had like the most freedom and silence. Like silence is really freedom. It lets you think. Yeah, like you can really just relax when everything's so silent and peaceful. And if you guys made it this far, thanks for watching. I really appreciate the support and the love you guys give. And I'll never be able to make it express how much happy you guys watching my videos makes me, and how happy it makes me just editing the video. And I definitely want to keep going and not stop. It's gonna be my plan. We're actually not gonna go sell after this. We're gonna keep exploring because we don't want to just make a sales video. We're gonna go explore a ruin on the next episode, and we're probably gonna double down and get even more Hashish before we go sell. So when we go sell, we make a big sale. We'll make a lot of money. And that was it here. There's only one vendor for Hashish. So in total, from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's only 7 vendors in the swamp, it seems. And we bought it from all of them. Oh, and here's the last guy, Big Gray. If he gets captured, you could recruit him. Oh, and do you guys remember that big dome we were in last time? In that one village where the twin blades are at? Why was it empty? If any of you guys know, could explain, I would appreciate that, because I was confused why it was empty. It was an HQ and there's no one in there. Big Gray, he has like 40 attack. It'd be cool if he can make him join us. The Gray Flayers is another game out here in the swamps, and they're all rival games. So we're gonna continue on our adventure, guys, and go check out some ruins. And we're gonna cut today's episode here. Thank you guys for watching this far, and Omega Brotex out. Oh, and I'm still trying to get the military thing to work, so you can walk in military formation. If any of you guys know, please let me know how to fix it. I still do not know why they're not walking in military. I cannot answer that. And if you guys know, please answer and give me an answer. I'm trying to figure this thing out.